Hello everybody, welcome to DCA. Not wanting to do work, but you know, he's got 4 days left, but he's formulated a bit of a plan. Alright. So, for anyone that's either watching the VOD or anything, basically my plan is this. So for the micro paper, I'm going to do the 2 marker and the 4 marker first. And we're going to spend like 8 minutes at most. I'm going to make sure that's timed. Ooh, give me 2 seconds, guys. Let me just do this. Oh, maybe actually I might need to do this. Oh, so the camera died anyway. So we're going to do the 2 marker and the 4 marker. Then we go straight to section B, and we're going to do the 15 and 25. I'm thinking about doing it. Yeah, honestly, the 15 marker ain't that long. Yeah, we do the 15 marker, and then we do the 25 marker, and then we go back and do the other 25 marker. And if we have any time left, we try and do the 9 marker. But the 9 marker is like, it's evil. It's trying to waste my time. It's not meant to exist. Let's see, how do I do a this 9 marker? What the fuck? I just used a very basic one. No, that's about depreciation, right? That's why I didn't get the final mark. Why isn't the 2% a problem? Then why can't I just use basic bitch-ass diagrams? Okay. I haven't even fixed my camera yet. Give me 2 seconds. Here you go, guys. I'm just taking a look at my paper too. Okay, so I said how I'm probably going to do this. Oh, I just realized I've got like a pack almost. I need to practice my what's it? Subsidy, tariff, and externality diagrams. So whilst I'm going to be repeating those a lot. Alright. So what I need absolutely is my econ book. Well, the thing I write in at least. What the fuck is all this shit? I've got a bunch of pumpkin seeds here. Great snack. Ass. Where is this? There's a revision pack. I know. Okay, so I think it's over here. So this is my revision pack. Why did I even come in there? Oh yeah, no, I know why. I was like, what's the fucking point? Anyway, don't need this folder anymore. Make your webcam bigger, buddy. Sure, if that's what is wished. Sure. Bim. There you go, it's a little bit larger there. Alright. So probably how I'm going to start this is figure out, So this is all like, I guess kind of important stuff. I might actually go read through these when I've got the time. Perfect competition, yeah, I might. Monopsony. It's slightly different. Oh, that's for wages, right? That explains that. That's for wages. To what extent is price discrimination harmful for social welfare? Okay, yeah. So is this the externality stuff? Yep. Good news, I actually do know how to do that at least. ABC equals potential welfare gain. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought it would be. That's what I thought it'd be. Welfare gain. That is exactly what I thought it would be. That's why I was so confused. Okay, this one, alright, this one we're definitely reading through. What are you studying? Oh, economics. Because it's my first paper and it's the first one I have to do. And all my other exams are like a while away. But I'm completing, from what I can tell, well, not from what I can tell, what it actually is is all my economics exams are done before the rest of my other exams start, so I need to just like bunker down, do the economics thing. So this one, I'm not so sure if this one's going to be too useful at this current time. Monopsony. I think perfect competition is very much essential. What's this? What's the second page diagram showing? What the fuck? Okay, this one is probably pretty useful. Diagram for perfect competition, right. Market failure. Damn, okay. Tariff graphs. Now, you must be insane if I'm going to be able to remember all that. I probably do need to, but still. Oh, yeah, price ceilings. Alright. Kink of demand curve. Demand elastic for price increase. Demand inelastic for price decrease. Logic of kink of demand curve. Few firms dominate. Oh, okay, so I can use this with a monopoly curve or oligopoly. Right, okay. Righty, okay, so I've got a few ideas here. A market failure. Now the rest of this I don't see too much point immediately reading. The rest, the ones I did just select, which was like 2 or 3, do seem to have some immediate value. Alright, so from what I understand, I need to practice my subsidy indirect tax diagrams and my negative and positive externality diagrams, because that's 2 very valuable diagrams first of all. Then we're going to see probably monopolies and all the other diagrams like that. Do I need my calculator? I'm not actually sure if I'm going to need this pencil case immediately. Yeah, I think that pen's basically out. This one is not out though. That's not out, so let me go get a pencil. There's a pencil here. Let's see, where's the pencil? I'll be back in 2 seconds, guys. Give me 2 seconds. Hi guys, so I'm back now. Alright, so essentially, I thought I've done some thinking and I know what to do now kind of thing. What are you revising today? Oh, well, obviously it's going to be still more economics because my science exams are like, what would it be, 8th or 10th for chemistry? 5th of June, obviously same day as my third paper through for economics, so yeah, micro stuff, but first things first, I'm going to test my memory to see if I remember my indirect tax, my subsidy, and my positive and negative externalities. Now I found something very interesting. So on econ plus Ladz thing, he's talking about welfare loss on the positive ones. Now on the negatives I understand, like that makes complete sense. But then on this like positive externality thing, it's showing the, what's it, potential welfare gain. Like I don't know how to show this exactly. Right, let's show this shit. The little green thing, that says potential welfare gain. So this is just a positive externality of consumption. And I'm like, that makes more sense. Oh, under allocation. So yeah, that's still misallocation. So that's all like a correct thing there, which I'm like, what? Hello there, Giant Zeta. How you doing? Hello there, Evil Dog. New Pope drop is crazy. Now he's also like a copy, because he's also from Argentina, like the previous Pope, which I was very surprised. I was like, what the flip is the chances of that? So yeah. After I do my memory test, I'm going to be probably learning this kinked demand curve, because as you probably may remember, last practice paper I did, I knew nothing about oligopolies, and I need to get perfect competition, monopoly pricing, and probably yeah, this kinked demand curve under wraps. So because was it in either yeah, monopoly? Well, yeah, it literally just says like, you can use this for a monopoly or an oligopoly, basically. So, fantastic. Because, I mean, I think you can maybe use both diagram. I got to think about this real quick. Because it's kind of like this. I could take the risk. I mean, it's not more of a risk like this. It's more like, I could do the idea where I make it so I'm so good at writing the externalities and indirect and subsidy diagrams that I just like what's it called again? That I can just, within the time limit, I can just absolutely spam the living crap out of it, which is what I'm debating right now. Because well, I already know the questions from the last practice paper I did, so I'm gonna like pull those up. I'm not going to use I'm not going to look at other papers as an example, simply because I don't want to spoil myself in terms of like, because I want to use the other practice papers for practice, of course. So, okay, yeah, I wouldn't be able to use a monopoly diagram, so I'd be fucked for that. Using extracting knowledge of economics, assess the view the market structure file. Okay, so, maybe I should also pull out the answers. Finally, Trump. Oh, wait. Let me actually go check. New Pope. Is he Argentinian? Oh no. Yeah. Well, he's taken the Argentine. Oh, so he is an Argentinian. That's Pope Francis. Wait. Isn't he the guy that died? Nah, it's Leo. I thought so. I was like, wait a minute. Nah, you're probably right, Dr. Peanut. Leo XIV, is he Argentinian? Oh, but he became yeah, so he's American. I was like, a Peruvian citizen. Maybe he's ethnically Peruvian, but oh, he's reflected his okay, yeah, you're right, he's American. So why the fuck? I guess it just looks slightly confusing because of that. You're right. Yeah, I was like, the fuck? I was like, hang on, that's the guy who died's name. I was like, the flip? Hello, if the world ends, what would your last meal be? Ooh, either some fancy restaurant or probably a fuck ton of fried chicken. Da Vinci? So yeah, now I'm just like thinking like, what do I do here? So yeah, obviously it's not just a good idea for me to just memorize the diagrams. I also need to like understand what they're talking about. Yeah, exactly. With welfare, like this makes sense how there's welfare loss here. That's a negative consumption. That makes sense. Oh, so this has all got like, this has got all the things I can talk about. Which, yeah, honestly, at this point, we're gonna focusing on making our thingy-majiggies really good there. But using extra, let me pull up the mark scheme. June 2021 mark scheme. Where is it? No, I want to like figure this one out. Yeah, exactly. So it's gonna be about Monopoly. Yeah, okay. Maybe I can't just go focus on that. Fine, that makes sense. I think. Know about 5 though. No, we already know about that stuff. 6, yeah. Oh yeah, no, that one was a very weird 9 marker. That's why I was so confused. Government failure, market failure. Okay, no, I could actually use the thingy diagram like I did before for that one. So yeah, that's fine. Perfect competition. Yeah, again, I can't use it for that. Essay. No, this one, yeah, I can actually use the tariff and so forth diagram again to promote merit goods and etc. Complementary good. Is it going to show the diagrams? Nope. Rational, maximize, utility, economic agents. Yeah, I could use this here. Yeah, I could use indirect subsidy, specifically subsidy diagrams as nudges to show nudges and stuff. So yes, I could have actually just completely used the same diagrams for that entire paper. So, alright. Okay, so priority-wise, I'm going to try and learn externalities and the indirect tax ones. And then once I become really good at those, if we have time, which I should, we're going to try and go through Monopoly, Kink of Demand, and Perfect Competition diagrams. And then get really good at those as well. Alright, I think there was a specific thing I got given in this pack of stuff that tells you how to answer 9 markers or something like that. Ah yes, price discrimination. Yeah. This also has its own diagrams. Shit, that's not ideal. Tell me a few words on how the diagram. I'm trying to help you for real. I didn't forget. Oh, don't worry, you don't need to. It's fine. Basically, just look at externality and externality diagrams economics, specifically production and consumption, both negative and positive ones. If you wish to learn them, I wouldn't unless you're going to do economics. You probably shouldn't bother with it. Yeah, elasticity, exactly. I can use yeah, exactly. They're even saying you can use them for that. So that's proven my point in that I can use those for that. Now I need to go check out where the fuck was that one that was talking about how to answer specific questions. Sorry, we're gonna take a little bit to do that, but don't worry, you don't need to. You don't need to, man. The game updated yesterday and Hack's already back. So it's back, just finished installing Hacks in MC. Oh boy. Updated yesterday and Hack's already back. Well, no surprises there. No surprises. Where? How? Which one would it be? Bro, I just got virus cap. Show proof, no balls. Ay. Nope, nothing here. Okay, nothing here. Nothing here. Price discrimination, nothing here. This is all just tutor to you bullshit. Oh, is this exam questions I could do? But these are like, I can't really use them right now. Yeah, oligopoly, monopolistic competition. Exactly. Okay, no, this one is really good. Right, this is like really good. We're keeping this. Okay, maybe I didn't read through these good enough. That one we're keeping. That one looks pretty... Oh, here it is. Exam technique. That's exactly what I was looking for.
No, this one I checked is ass, so we're going to put it into this pile. This one we're keeping. So I'm just checking through these things before I begin my app. So, didn't I just get this? Let me just check if I'm tweaking. Yes, these are both the exact same thing. Right, this one can go join the second pile then, along with all this. You know, because it's clearly taking up weight on my table, let me just shuffle them over here. What the fuck is this? Relevant. That's so helpful. Thing is that I need to not overcomplicate what things I need. Well, I guess the first page of this is slightly useful. That is useless. I don't even know what. Maybe this has some use. We'll go check Perfect Competition afterwards. What's all this about? Ass. We don't need that. Don't need that. Like, even though I'm super tired today, I understand I have no other choice but to just, like, just keep going, honestly. I have no other choice, I understand that. LRAS, this is macro. That stuff's macro. What about macro? A second kink of demand curve. Christ. Are you starting the S&P on the weekend? Ooh, nah. Good question. I mean, here's the thing. I'm not going to say never, because if I do enough work, you know, I'm going to keep this. This one will explain future things. If I do enough work on the weekend, then I would consider that a good idea as a break. Yeah. I'm going to need to find a really good, a really up-to-date anti-cheat. I'm just going to ask Solid if he can find one for me, just because I'm well aware that as much as I trust you guys. Oh god, I sound like a fucking teacher. I know for a fact you guys, a decent amount of you people are going to try and cheat. Alright, exam technique, thank you. Okay, so 9 marker, right. Oh no, so is this for everything? Okay, 9, 10, 15. 10 marker, no graph. Yeah, that's literally just, but I don't need to think about that. That's paper 3. You must draw a graph. 2 main paragraphs including limitations. Right, so it must include limitations. Right. Okay. So this is the 9 marker. Wait, so then what's the difference between the 15 marker? Okay, so this is for the 25 marker no matter what. Alright, this is very essential. I've got to read through this first. New flat S&P. New, is it Bedrock or Java? Let's go find out. There's a few days between right now and Saturday. Let me go find out. I'm just gonna do an announcement at ooh, then again, Discord isn't probably the best place because not all the Bedrock people are gonna be there. That's a very good point. That's gonna make it a pain. Where do I even do this poll then? Do I do the poll on Discord or what? Oh dear, Viegas is stressing about his GCSEs. Oh no. I also have my first one on Monday. You could test the new Bedrock update. Okay, you know what? I think that's probably the better way to do it, because I did say even before that I'd do it on Bedrock just for a proper Bedrock S&P experience. But you know what? First things, the next question is, do I continue doing what I normally do, and that is survival of the fittest, where I put no rules? Do I continue with that, or what should I add as a rule or something? Just thoughts, guys. Okay, so Bedrock. Probably not a new flat S&P, because that's a very short-lasting S&P. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very short-lasting S&P. Because, like, problem is that until they, like, add the feature where we can actually progress, we get cock-blocked. The new flat ones now have stone and stuff. Oh really? Okay. Okay, we'll get some more people's thoughts on it. Actually no. Then again, if I wanted to do one of those kind of SMPs, I should probably wait till summer. So probably I'll do a flat SMP. I don't know if I don't think I'll title it flat SMP though, because I feel like people are going to be like turned off by that. Alright, I'm going to be back in 2 seconds, because basically all this water I've been drinking is going right through me, and then I'm going to read through this, because this is essential to read, and then I'm going to, because this is literally the technique. Like, as much as I appreciate econ plus DAO, the problem is his way of doing it somewhat is slightly, I find it slightly, because you know where he puts his evidence as number 5, I find it very, time consuming. If you get what I mean. Other than that, he's helped me a lot on a lot of things, so thank you for him. Hello there, Patrick. How you doing? All right. So when I'm back, I'm gonna go read this, and then might even do an example paragraph while I remember how to do indirect taxes and stuff. I just gotta think of a point, or maybe I can maybe I just go find. I use one of the papers that I have done probably, and well then again there's quite a lot of papers because it's been since 2015. We'll decide after I'm done. No. There we go. Alright, I'm back. Alright, so 9 marker and 15 mark question. Okay. Really? Do I really need to put 2 of these for a 9 marker?
I don't believe that. 2 main paragraphs including limitations. Really? Even for the... This is what I mean. The 9 mark is a waste. It wastes my time. My God. Okay. This is critical. Remember, each question begins as a B grade. Improve this factor. Goodness. So my points, so they all begin as a B grade. You must be kidding. Point, purpose, focus of the question. This is a critical. Remember. Okay, so let's just say. Let's just pull up my 15 marker over here. Where is it? Let's just say, where's my 15 marker? It's over here. Explain the concept between cross-elasticity of demand, which can be used as... Well, after you do the definition of 1 or 2, then you just like understand the relationship between markets. So cross-elasticity of demand can be used to understand the relationship between markets through perfect substitutes. Oh, purpose of the question, okay. This is shown in essay, the extract in which e-cigarettes contain fewer harmful chemicals such as tar but still contain addictive nicotine. And so, as tobacco cigarettes are considered a demerit good, as they're considered a demerit good, through using an indirect tax diagram, through the government using an indirect tax onto tobacco cigarettes with the perfect substitutes such as vapes and e-cigarettes. This will lower the consumption / demand of these tobacco cigarettes because of the perfect close substitutes in the market, as shown in the diagram, etc., etc., etc. And so again, and then we can maybe put. Well, then again, this is a 15 marker, so I don't need to put the externalities graph in. Advantages, short-term objectives. Well, that's evaluation. What are possible solutions? Fiscal policy. So these ones. What are the economic efficiencies? Electromotive, dynamic, X efficiency, Pareto. It's an economic state in which resources are allocated in the most efficient manner. Okay. Elasticities, inelastic. Okay, well, I already mentioned elastics. Is there a mark of failure? Information. Okay. So, okay, right. So then, including limitations. How am I going? Well, like the limitations is that people are going to be addicted, or anyway, this is assuming that people are rational, and so the limitations of this technique is that people are bounded by bounded rationality, and so as a result, do not realize that tobacco cigarettes are really harmful for them, and so as a result, it will be difficult for them to switch over, so making it inelastic for them. I could say asymmetric information on their lacking knowledge of how bad they are in the long term. Second point, this can be shown through how e-cigarettes and other ones are in joint demand or complementary goods. Well, yeah, in joint demand, and so what can I think about that? So if they're in joint demand, not the disadvantages. Okay, so limitations there. Where was limitations over here? Distinguish between theoretical and the real world using facts. Well, yeah, but like, why was there none of that in the first one? Huh. Okay, what about the 25 marker? So discuss the view that economic agents, so I'll need to like define economic agents, which are like people, I think. Like people who are spending or something like that. I don't know the actual definition, that's the problem. And I'll define another point in my thing. 3 to 4 paragraphs including a thorough, so just a judgment. Define the terms evidence explain. Okay, so we need to draw 2 to 3 diagrams, critical additions, possible zone market failures, the best. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Why do I need short run even though there's no evaluation point? What the fuck? Oh. Draw 2 diagrams, 15 marker. Oh, yes. Yes, please. Then again, I guess you could say the diagrams will do the talking for you. So I guess I can see what they mean by that. I guess I see the point, but that's gonna take a lot of drawing. And I mean a lot of drawing. Goddamn. Evaluate. So only AA3 with economics showing an understanding of their impact on economic agents. How economic agents are effective and respond. What the heck? Can I actually figure out a definition for economic agents? Economic agents, A level, A economics, AQA definition. An individual firm institution that makes decisions for how resources are allocated in economies. Close, but not close enough. Why have I just like deleted the mark scheme on my screen? Boring. Okay. Cross-elasticity of demand. Examples of complementary goods. Interrelated examples of how changes in one market affect other markets and the significance of cross-elasticity of demand. Okay. Let me just go check something. Elasticity of demand, A-level economics. Measure the responsiveness of demand for good X following. Yeah, exactly. I thought so, so I got that definition right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me just Control-Shift-T again just to confirm. Responsiveness of demand of good X following a change in good Y, where Y is related good. So what's the formula? So it is this quantity. Huh. Okay. Utility maximization. Ah, right. Yes, that makes sense. Rational maximize utility. Okay, assumptions of underlying traditional economic theory. Explanation of total and marginal utility. Yeah, marginal is like the extra. Okay, yeah, fine. Hypothesis of diminishing marginal utility and how it links to downward sloping demand curve. Discussion of utility maximization, importance of margin when making choices, problems with measuring utility. And the rationality. Okay, yep. Consideration of the word. Okay, right. Okay, now I'm going to do some practice in regards to the indirect and subsidy diagrams. Alright guys, I'm back. DCA is literally dying right now, but he's got to do work as much as I hate to do it. So yeah, Friday is my last day of school properly, now at least. Okay, so we're going to first do an indirect tax diagram, just to ensure that I've truly learned it. Yes, I could do a very basic bitch one, but otherwise, if I did that, well, then did I really learn anything? So this is actually you know, we're going to make this the indirect tax. So S plus tax. I'm going to call this the indirect tax. With S and then D. So this is going to be price, and this is going to be quantity. So remember, a hanging diagram is never useful, so we're going to have to explain it, I believe. That looks a little bit shite. Goodbye, 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 ga-da-da-da. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Accidentally rolling all over that. Yep. Got a lot of reading to do. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that's why you got this stuff. P1, P, Q, Q1. Maybe I should do Q1, Q2. But, who cares? So this is what we're going to call A, and we're going to call this B. How about I just do regular B? B. I'm going to call this one C. Yeah, we're going to call that one C. I'm going to call this C, because then this becomes P in consumer. So this is producer burden, P, C. Welfare loss. So that's my indirect tax. Indirect tax. I'm going to draw a subsidy one on the next page, and I'm going to find some kind of point, and I'm basically going to do a semi-exam one, paragraph coordinates, and see, can I fully explain it or no? Okay. Now we're going to remember a subsidy graph. Good fun. Subsidy. Oh, actually, wait, I remember this one. I should put 1. So 1 is price of good increases, quantity decreases, tax, government revenue, government revenue generated. What was number 4? I can't remember. I think that, number 5, and most importantly number 6 is welfare loss. I remember that one of them is consumer and something burden, and I can't remember the other one. You'll probably be able to find it. Where's the rest of them gone? The fuck? Monopolies. The good ones. Don't worry, we're the good guys.
So good inelastic. So this is one showing good inelastic. I need to show one is good is elastic. Okay, right. Consumer or producer burden. Producer burden. I need to go find this guy's
Hi everyone.
econ plus DAO indirect taxation. Econ plus DAO power diagrams.
Given market failure. So here is your
That's alright, he doesn't really tell you about this part. Oh, producer revenue. What do you mean by producer revenue?
the consumer burden or the consumer incidence. The rest is the producer burden or the producer incidence. Your producer revenue is area CBQ20. Producers are selling Q2 at a price of P.
Producer revenue 0 C. I'm gonna call this one D. So D C 0 Q1.
P2, but remember we have to minus off the government revenue, that'll give us producer revenue, and then the deadweight welfare loss is the triangle A, B, D. Indirect tax, brilliant. You can apply a lot of these concepts to a market failure. Remember we have to minus off the government revenue, that'll give us producer revenue, and then the deadweight welfare loss is the triangle A, B, D. Indirect tax, brilliant. You can apply a lot of these concepts to a market failure diagram as well, such as the government revenue, such as the consumer incidence. Very, very powerful stuff. Same thing for a subsidy now. This comes up a lot in the exam when we...
Okay, thank you for that one. Okay, so we're gonna show one where it's the good elastic. Good elastic. So same points are gonna apply, and we're gonna need to explain these in the exam. Okay. Yeah, how would I be able to use two diagrams? That's what makes me like, That is what is making me like, how would... I get the diagrams do the talking for you. I get that whole point, but it's like, do they? Sorry, I've slightly messed this one up already. Fuck's sake. There we go. Good inelastic or elastic. Yeah. I'm an economic graduated. I wanted to crack my course, but I don't know how to. Plus, any suggestions? Hello there, Rosina. I'm just slightly confused. What you mean? Economic graduated. I want to wait. Like, what course are you? Or like, are you trying to? Wait, let me read the question again. Economic. I'm an economic graduate. I wanted to crack my course, but don't know. Please, any suggestions? Wait, is this for because right now I'm doing like my college exams and then I'm going to university. Are you talking about are you doing like UK specifications like OCR, EdXL, AQA, or are you doing outside the UK? If it's outside the UK, I'm not sure how much I can help. I can imagine obviously most of the theory is going to be the same. Like, do you want like? Is it like? Are you asking for like tips and tricks on like? Trying to think. Crack my course. Was it like you're just trying to like get ideas on like what the course is going to be about, or are you like trying to like? Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just not fully sure what you mean. Sorry, Rosina, I apologise. I'm not completely sure what you mean. Good inelastic, so this is going to be the consumer burden. This is going to be the producer burden. Hold on. Give me one moment. Producer burden. So where would be the producer burden? There would be a producer burden. Wait, so how was I able to figure that one out before? So, oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Wait, why have I got one like that? I'm an idiot. I drew that graph slightly wrong there. Slightly wrong. Where's the rubber real quick? I forgot where my rubber was. My bad. So currently right now, I'm just getting, so I can tell that there's probably other videos that Econ Plus style he's got right now where he's got like the idea of when the thing is elastic or inelastic. I'm currently also using a piece of paper next to me because I need to be a little bit more, how do I describe it? More ideas in terms of, more versatility. Let's just say that, more versatility. Grade predictions. Well, how do I put this? I'm going to be honest, I don't think, at this current point, I don't think I'm anywhere near this, but apparently, at least for my macro paper, okay, bear in mind, spoilers alert, I use the most basic Vich diagrams possible, like, I think that's probably going to kill the stream properly. No data, the stream will end shortly, unless, I mean, I swear I was able to get it back on, but it's probably still going to end the stream, isn't it? Oh, no. Have we saved it? No, it's probably going to die anyway. What the fuck was that about, OBS? Well, either way, I'm not sure where I got cut out. What the fuck? That's a first. That's not happening in a very long time now. I actually just realized that's been probably at least like 7 months since that's happened. But either case, things like that happen. So I don't know if you saw, basically my diagrams look like this and I got A star. Yes, this is why I'm in disbelief. So I don't think I'm at A star level, at least not for micro. This one's for macro though. I get the diagrams are a bit simpler in macro, but this is too simple, and I actually just kept spamming the same diagram. So I feel like I'm probably at a B right now. Yeah, so that's why I need to get up. Daniel, do you not remember me? No, I know who you are. It's just I'm not sure if you want to say your name on stream. If you want me to say your name on stream. No, I do know. I just can't remember what subjects you do because I can't remember the last time I asked anyone what A levels do you do. I honestly can't. I have to admit, I don't think I've asked that question in a long time. I swear you do science subjects though. That's all good. Don't need to say my name. Yeah. That's why I was being a bit more cryptic because I was like, but I was like, well, I actually don't know what subjects you do. I'd assume you might be doing like history or some shit like that. But I feel like you'd be doing that. Last time I saw you was Alex's. Oh my god. Yeah, was it? Raul was very was so confused why you were at that. But it was look, I'm gonna bring a Star Wars quote here, Star Wars reference. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. I was just really surprised, but he was even more surprised. He was like, "How did you get up there?" DC, can you make a new background world but flat with new updates? Sure. Wow. Okay, it's gonna be full screen. Wow. Sigma. So yeah, currently right now I'm trying to make sure that I know all my both the indirect tax diagrams and both the subsidy diagrams. They're just doing a little bit of shifting, whether it's in elastic or elastic. Then I'm going to I'm just on memorizing at this point. It seems like it's doing well so far in terms of the memorizing, what I need to talk about, and then I just need to write down the 4 externality diagrams basically just from memory. And then if that's the case, then well, at worst I could spam these 2 diagrams in literally every question, and I'd be fine, I think, apart from the 9 marker if it asks me something specific. But I think it's probably better to get a little bit more versatility going on. That was a very interesting. I think you probably don't remember the guy, like, you don't know the guy's name, but he's the guy that started crashing out all over the floor. I don't remember too much about what he was doing, but all I remember is he was drinking his like near-liter bottle of Jägermeister, and then he just started brawling all over the floor. But yeah, he's known as Reese. He wasn't even invited. He just showed up. Sadly, he hasn't come to any of the other ones since, which is really saddening. It is quite sad. We haven't seen him. At least I haven't seen him at any of the ones since. Yeah, actually, no, he's just not. Wow. It's because was it sadly the girls, women, whatever you want to call it, female, do not like him very much. Sadly, no matter how much we want to get him in that. Yeah, he was going crazy all over the floor in that one. Yeah, yeah, it's quite sad though. But the other ones, they've been great. Was it last one? I think I was at was Luke's. I nabbed his whole box of Red Bull, and it was just me and James just sharing that, and also we were just getting we were just bribed with alcohol and pizza just to stay outside of his house and be bouncers for a bit. Honestly, was the life. Just like basically unlimited beer, energy drinks, snacks, and Domino's pizza. Like, my god, that was the life. We only went in later, but that look, at the beginning of the event it's always a bit more slow, but you come in at the perfect time and you've been like basically given that stuff. I was slightly busy during the scrap. Oh, that was pure entertainment. I think that is the I think I haven't been as what I call it. No, I wouldn't consider that buzz because I was quite wobbly, so as you could actually consider that drunk. But I wouldn't consider that nowhere near as much as when I literally downed 500 milliliters of vodka in a minute with James. That last year's Luke's thing. But that was because ever since then I basically had like a intolerance to vodka, but both me and James have had that. Like, the taste is just now so bad, like my body's rejecting it like it's poison. It's like no more, so it's like it tastes extra disgusting than it used to be. So I literally just don't have it anymore. So I've literally just only been getting buzzed, and that's it, which is honestly the optimal way to do things. But yeah, I don't think I've been like that. But yeah, he was scrapping a lot back then. You were plastered but not blackout. No. It's like it was. I've been worse than that, but it's like at a certain point it's plaster. That's the word for it. I was thinking but no, not Henry Grace levels. My God, that guy's nearly given himself alcohol poisoning probably more times than I can probably put on my hands, and also acid. Yes, I quote. Oh, don't worry, I've quit weed. It's not. It's bad for me, man. Don't worry, I just do a quarter packet of acid every couple days.
Well, at least when he was coming back from his ski instructor thing, oh, fucking hell. Mate, do you not remember me from the part? Yes, no, we were, how do I describe it? We were discussing some topics. I'm trying to remember what topics I keep thinking, we did mention, when James, got in trouble for for comparing, one of the teachers to, JFK? I'm trying to remember what other... we were doing some theories. I don't think we were talking about Yakub. We might have been talking about Yakub. Obviously, there's been updates to the Yakub law with the Black Khan and stuff. We walked you to the bus stop. Oh, you were there? Wait. Huh? Wait, you walked... Wait, for real? Okay, I don't remember that part. I remember I was on the bus with Levent all the way back home, but then again I was phasing in and out of reality. Oh my god, you were actually there walking with me? Wait, really? Oh shit! I'm trying to remember who was there. To be honest, it's quite fuzzy. The only person I remember that was walking with me was Levent, because there's no way he would have gone onto that bus with me if he wasn't there. My bad. Okay. Yeah. No. I to be honest, I don't even remember, like, at least it feels weird in terms of the angle, because was it someone else that's pretty close to that area? Some Polish girl that I went to their house, and I think I know the bus stop. Obviously, I know the bus stop, but it felt like I had ended up there in a completely different direction. Yeah, no. I know which one you mean, but man, now that is making me realize just how gone I was. Wow. Yeah, I was. Yeah. There's a reason I haven't gone that much since. My God. Then then you turned left. Yeah. You didn't go fully all the way, which is fair. You wanted to go back. Yeah. No. I think because I'm trying to remember exactly what the hell was I doing. So I also need to like set up the flat world at the same time. Oh yeah, flat worlds. Oh yeah, you're right. There is a few classic flats. Wait, no, I want like. Ooh, which one do you want, Adranzi? Which one? Oh, you want overworld flat world, right? Do you want the regular overworld one? All right. I'm just gonna call it flat world. Fucking hell, I cannot I cannot remember much about that night apart from I spiked someone's drink by pouring vodka into their beer. I think that was I think it was James. I don't think he realizes to this day. I did. And then I poured some into Carla's as well. That was really funny, but I was pretty gone by then. I was just like, no, that rum, jungle juice, and what other stuff did he have? That it's Greek. I know it was Greek, but Van keeps trying to say, "Oh no, it's Turkish. It's Turkish." Was it that stuff did not agree with me? Flat world stuff with chest, by the way. I see. Let me get the bonus chest up. Where is that at? Not hardcore. That would be suicide. Where is it? Bonus chest, starting map, show coordinates, days played. That all seems to be correct. Immediate respawn. I think that's all perfect. Friends of friends. I think everything here is perfect. Alright, good. Yeah, that's fair. My God, yeah. Joe, I'm not gonna lie. You probably remember way more than me. My memory of that one was a lot more fuzzy. I'm gonna be honest. My memory of that was much more fuzzy. Okay. Let me just turn down the volume. I need to keep grinding. My bad, guys. Let me keep enough of me being a woolly. Let me grind out a little bit. Damn though, I'm trying to remember that one. It's actually quite hard. I'm quite surprised. Can't remember too much what happened. Producer burden. So there is no way the producer burden is that high. Wow. Is it really that high? The fuck? No, I feel like something's off here. Oh no. So it's whenever that reaches the other line. So no, inadvertently I made the producer
It seemed like they're paying way more because of how I drew the lines. All right. Well, either way, that'd still count. It wouldn't affect anything really. Yeah, that wouldn't affect anything. Though that holy shit, that welfare loss is big. That welfare loss is massive. Wow. Again, it's not really affecting anything in terms of my diagram at all. It's looking all right. Who's alright, I've got the flat walled overworld up. Huh. Oh, there's the bonus chest. Ooh, you got some decent stuff for the bonus chest. You've got quite. Oh, actually no. Then again, you only have one type of sapling. That is very unfortunate. Wow, that is very unfortunate. Either way, guys, let me keep grinding. All right. So that's producer, and this is producer revenue over here. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird to think about. Though I will have to say, this booklet I've got doesn't fully show the full extent of the tax and subsidy diagram, which is not ideal, but it does at least show some of that stuff, which is good. What's it? Okay, so this is going to be P1. This is going to be P. This is going to be Q, and this is going to be Q1. So I need to show that with that, and is that just show? Oh yeah, that's the price, right? How does he like price this? Hold on, let me check. He just puts it as C. Oh, because that's just the letters he's using, right? Well, I'm gonna put A up here. I'm gonna put B, and I'm gonna put C, and then I'm gonna put D over here. I'm gonna put D right there, and then obviously there's 0Q2, right? That's fine. Same idea. Let me just put indirect tax here. Direct tax. Indirect tax, value of tax, government revenue generated, consumer burden. This one is instead going to be producer burden. So burden, I don't think I need to explain much. It's inelastic. Wait. No, this would be inelastic, and this would be good as elastic, because producer burden as good elastic, close substitute, perfect substitutes available in the perfect substitute available in the market, perfect substitute available in the market. Was it Devon Towers James? Oh, he's doing fantastic. He's dropped physics though. But that's reasonable, because from what I can tell, it's become a hell subject. Though he still does further maths, but his other two subjects. Then again, he doesn't really need it anymore, especially with the career. He's actually got an internship at I think it is the top third. I think he's the only person in our school that actually, at least in our year, that got an internship, and it's a really good one. He got one at I think, was it PwC? Yeah, that's fine. It's a big enough company. It's pretty bloody big, so I'm pretty impressed. Well, I think everyone's impressed in that regard. But yeah, he's doing pretty well. Find him at the most random locations possible. But hold on, let me think of some stories real quick. Yeah, I mean, what is it? He didn't come in today, even though it's technically was the last day of school. I still have to come in tomorrow because my bio teacher still hasn't finished the course. So technically tomorrow is my last day of school, but he didn't come in for the shirt signing, which is interesting to say the least. But hey, fair enough. I mean, we were only there for 2 years, but hey, oh well. Yeah, I mean, was it last time we were at we were the bouncers for a bit. My God, though, well, how to describe it? My sixth form. I keep saying school. My sixth form's prom budget was actually insane. Though I have heard, yeah, you're still at the same place, right? Yours was even more crazy. Well, you didn't have the you didn't have the alcohol, but you had like a 3-course meal, which was insane. But the finger food, we expected it to be shit, but it was pretty good. But overall, I'll hate to say this, but at Luke's, he put well, at least my past schools and your current schools prom to shame at his thing. Like, my God, wow. He had a big budget for his 18th. Like, when I say a big budget, I mean a big budget. Like, fucking hell. He didn't put our sixth forms prom to shame, but that's because it's like bigger budget and stuff. Oh, you're having it after A-levels. Oh, we had them before, but I think it's just because they're trying to get rid of us. Well, I guess I'm complaining. I still have to go in until the 20th of May. Ooh, with an econ exam. Ah! Bro, you got... you got, what was it? Both micro and macro before you get your study leave. Ah! Oh, yeah. What is it? Well done to James. You wouldn't expect it. He's a black horse. Was it Miss... Fuck, what's her name again? No, I know her name actually. Now I remember. It was, you remember our year 11, was it tutor? But that's what I'm quoting from. Yeah, he was black horsing it. So yeah, wasn't expecting that. But hey, I mean that basically completely justifies his droppage of physics. But yeah, either way. Yeah, you're having it after A-levels. I guess they're trying to make it so that you're getting your money's worth. For ours, they're trying to just get rid of us as soon as possible. It's after the 20th of June, like it's done. That's crazy to think that's only 12 days plus a month away. But I got to remember to not fuck up my A-levels in the meantime. Especially my chemistry one. Because 90%, technically 92% for A-star. So what would that be? 16 marks I can drop plus... no, it wouldn't be 4.5. It'd be like 6 marks I can drop on the unified if I wanted an A-star in chemistry. So that's about 16 plus 6. That's about 22 marks out of what'd that be? 270? 75 quid per ticket. Fucking hell, that's like a which artist has got like £80 tickets that like has come in? I think Human League. The Human League is selling tickets around that price. My God, that's Human League tickets right there. Was it Don't You Want? I think it is Don't You Want Me. My goodness, £75 per ticket. I was like, my God, that's 2 Thorpe Parks for our ticket. What I mean by that was ours were £34, and I was like, my God, they better be giving me gourmet food, and they kind of did. To be fair, the finger food was not finger food; it was actually cooked. It wasn't even frozen. I was quite impressed. And maybe the fish fingers slightly, but they were still banging. The fries also went like top tier, but the little mini burgers and the hot dog, my goodness, you expected those to be stuff. But then again, it is the big year 13, I guess, Joe. So they got to splurge a little bit. But 75, like, what are you getting? All I know, I heard from Raul, you're getting a 3-course gourmet, but that's all I know. Like. That's okay, 3-course gourmet. What that? Probably be half the budget for each person, but then economies of scale get factored in. Yes, we're bringing economics into this. How is like what else are they offering, Joe? Like obviously it's not something you're gonna consider because you're having yours after A-level. So there is alcohol included. Raul told me there was like none or something like that, which I find very strange because there'd be only like Edward. That's the only person I can think of that's still at, your place that won't be 18. That's the only person I can think of because Mayus, who's in oh my God, I gotta make sure I don't leak anything, even though it won't really matter for me. He's quite far away anyway from me, but he's in another school, so yeah. I don't know whether it's free. I feel like it's gonna be like this for us. We got given a ticket. We got given a ticket each for 1 free drink. And then you have to pay afterwards, which I think was subsidized, like 50% off or something like that. But I'm not sure. Maybe, then again, I didn't buy a drink, but I feel like, actually, no, I'm just going to assume it's full price. I'm not going to, like, theorize because people were buying a lot. So, if that was normal pub price, they would be broke. And I'm not talking Weatherspoon's price. I'm talking, like, £7-8 price. they're banning alcohol, and I was, that's what I thought that was happening at Joe's. And I was like, bruh, for 75 quid. Like, I get, like, oh, okay, you don't want people to be completely, like, hammered, smashed, like, breaking shit, like, fighting. I mean, they kind of just barred anyone that came plastered. I'm now making use of the vocabulary that Joe has taught me. Because was it they turned away, I think, one or two people, and then they kicked out one person later. But that's just because they were like gone beyond belief. Then again, it turned into a Travis Scott mosh pit when Mr. Brightside by the Killers came on, and then Gangnam Style as well. It turned into a Travis Scott mosh pit. So I mean, I don't think the alcohol is the least of the problem. I think it's whoever the hell had rugby boots, 2-footing me when I was essentially just jumping up and down almost at that point. I know there was a little bit more than jumping up and down when Gangnam Style and Brightside came on, but I was just like, fucking hell. I was like, oh my god, like, it wasn't the good kind of, you're digging in me. No, it's not the good kind of digging in me, it's the bad kind. And I was like, not a fan. Daniel, don't get groomed by the people in your chat. There are people that are oh yeah, I'm still not what is it? What would happen after 18? Would you still get enough? What would be the crime then? I wonder, after you're 18, if like someone that's older than you was like technically grooming you, what would be the crime? Because it's not grooming anymore, I don't think. Like, in like the traditional sense. And also, I can't look at hairdressers when they put grooming in the title the same. There are people in the chat that I think are decently older than me. I think at least by 5 years, but they're far and few, I hope, in between. As an example. But, no, I think it's more the opposite. I know, then again, most people in the chat are similar age to me, I believe, kind of. Some not so much. But then again, you can't really tell the demographics when it says 100% is 18 to 25. And I know for a fact almost every person is lying. When do your A-levels finish? Oh, 20th of June. Thankfully before my birthday, so I can go on a, I can go on a pub, I can go on, let's just say if you've watched the, it's made by the same people that made Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead. I think it's called World's End Pub, or Pub World's End, I can't remember the title. That's essentially the strategy to that I'm going to be doing on that. Though probably it's going to be a lot of Weatherspoons because you can get Bud Lights for $1.90, and whilst if you go to like that one, I think you probably know this, but then again, it is a decent distance from you. No, it is actually quite a decent distance from you. You might not know this one, but you know, how do I explain this? You know the shopping center. We're just gonna say that. You know, like the borough with the shopping center, and like the place with the shopping center. What was it? There's by the riverside. There is a pub that charges £8 for Peronis, but yeah. So as you can imagine, the price will go up way too much. You finish on the 12th of June, lucky bastard. That means you only have like a month of A-level. Wait, when's your first A-level actually? Because if you only get a month, you're so lucky. Holy shit. Yeah, I get they're going to be more condensed, and that means you're going to have less revision for each. But you're still going to be done. Actually, then again, it's probably better that you get more time, but maybe that's just a coping mechanism for me. Oh, you start later than me as well. Wow, okay. Well, it would be Tuesday. Is that exactly a month? No, it's going to be more. No, I can't do math. You weren't quite close, to be fair. You have less than a month of A-levels. Wow. That's good. History, politics, and geography. So you did. Mr. Phillips would be so... Whoopsie. Well, that's at least his alias, we'll say that. Would be so proud. Would be so proud. I don't think he gives a shit. He's moved He's moved to that place, hasn't he? He'd be so proud. He'd be so proud. And politics. Fucking hell. I see you on that.
I see you at the House of Commons. It's not very common people though. There, I wanna. God, I'd be scared if you were my MP. But well, I mean, I'm sure you'll bring some great industrial policies to sort out all of our issues. God, history, politics, and geography. Actually, then again, that is like a trio. Yeah, it's like you've got history, politics, economics, or geography. Yeah. Alright, all you need to do is get into Oxford and then do history. No, sorry. What did Rishi Sunak do? Did he do economics or did he do history? I can't remember. One of those two. May even done English. But either way, do that in Oxford. Trust the process. And then you can be like Rishi. You can be like Rishi. Yeah, that guy's just gone to California. I swear, he doesn't give a shit about what goes on here now. All right, let me do the subsidy diagram real quick. Yeah, you know, I would say lucky bastard a bit more, but I think it's probably better to have more time. But then again, you have a longer holiday, so I don't know how to how to weigh that up. To be honest, I can't tell how to weigh that up. I didn't apply to Oxford, yeah. I don't blame that. I'm not too surprised. Plus, I swear, if you apply to Cambridge or Oxford, or I think even Imperial, though, why would you, apart from obviously money, you're not going to have a very fun time at Imperial. So the only reason why I see you would apply to Imperial is if you want to get money. Because you know why. Can you just say it on stream? I'm not so sure. Are you sure? Subsidy. Does this one have I'll tell you on messages where I'm going for uni. Yeah, fair. Like, I can only mention like the top unis because everyone knows them and no one cares about them on stream as much. Oh wow, 15. Oh damn. That's the most active I've ever seen this one. You messaged me on Gram. I was checking Snapchat for a minute. I was like, oh god, I've got to save Europe as my first reel. Cheers. Oh. I know what kind of man you are, Will. Oh boy. I'm not getting it. Realistically, I'm not getting it. Yeah. Actually, I don't know, because for my uni, I was a quota, I think. I was a quota, probably because I'm Ukrainian. But, no, I didn't actually mention that. I should have just gone to Poltava for one day and claimed I was a refugee. Yeah, you know what? That's a respectable choice. Even though, oh, you're gonna have a fun time. What is it? There's this girl that was in the upper year that went to that uni, and wow, if their parents saw what they were doing, my god, that video got spread all around our school. My god. How do I describe? Yeah, no. They do surprisingly sometimes, Joe, but surprisingly they do. But I would say your best bet is if you're black. I'm trying to remember. Did Samuel get into? I never really bothered to ask, but I don't think he got into Imperial or something like that. But then again, they're probably going to go grab him because what's Imperial's thing? Yeah, no, they do actually. You know, I would say like it was slightly a bit more discriminating, but I'd say not as much as I would expect. Not as much as I expect. But if you don't get into Oxbridge, yeah, no, it's basically kiss it goodbye, because they're essentially having to find any bullshit extra requirement apart from 3 A stars or 4 A stars, because they know many people in the country can do that, but they can only fit so many people. But yeah, fair enough. Respectable choice. But some people may say not so morally. depending on who you are. But either way, let's get subsidizing, guys. Let's get subsidizing. Man, this guy, look, he loves his subsidies. I can tell. He loves his graphs. So S plus sub, S plus sub, S. The reason why I'm looking in a bit more is because I've been talking a bit too much. I need to make sure I nail my sub. Like, I'm actually like getting the explanation part, like for these ones. Now, if I can get my externalities like memorized, from what I can tell, I basically memorized it. If I this guy's seriously about to say that's welfare loss. What the fuck? It's a subsidy graph. Then again, you can say it's welfare loss if they didn't have the subsidy. But alright, see you, Joe. Thank you for stopping by. Oh damn, it was it. It's been 5 years since the 5 years since DCA. My goodness. Okay, no, I'm not gonna start a new conversation because otherwise I won't be grinding. But let's just say I'm gonna utter the words Jamie, and you can I'll leave you with that. Either way, yeah. All right, see ya, everyone, for the rest of your day. But yeah, get grinding, man. Your first exam's on Tuesday. Yes, it's not on Monday, but if you want to get into that one, I'm assuming you're still gonna need at least ABB minimum. So yeah, see ya. All right, let's keep going because I need to make sure my externalities are all on point as well. My positive and my negative consumption and production externality graphs or diagrams. I should stop calling them graphs because I know what an actual graph looks like thanks to chemistry and biology. These are just diagrams. Goodbye. Oh god, there's Instagram songs in my head. What was it? Well, this stream has performed. It's only been like 1 hour 30 and it's got 70 views down. Right. Right. Performing better than my Roblox stream. Just have to go take a little cheeky peek. Wow. Price is going down and then quantity is going up. Let me. I need to not look at the graph. Thankfully, I'm not looking at it, but like I need to make sure I'm not looking at it properly. So this is going to be A. This is going to be B. This is going to be C. Ooh, I might actually go watch what he says. Like, listen to what he says about producer and consumer burden regarding consumption, because I'd assume it's like surplus rather than burden. At least that seems like what it would be. It just doesn't seem right. I feel like it'd be the extra producer revenue, wouldn't it? Huh. Yeah, I think I've nailed everything. Yeah, that's the welfare. Well, would be the welfare loss, guys. Would be the welfare loss.
A market failure diagram where you use a subsidy to... Same thing for a subsidy now. This comes up a lot in the exam and we have to break it down into the key bits. This is the basic demand and supply version, but again, we can apply a lot of these concepts to a market failure diagram where you...
Sorry, let me get this right. So, number one, price decreases, quantity increases. Two, value of subsidy is marked by that. What's it called again? Yeah. Obviously we've got the regular glazed one, but probably you can back that he's probably been saved. This guy's done with uni, by the way. Just pointing that out. Never seen someone get aroused by diagrams. Yeah, I don't see any of these type of comments on science exams. I'm going to watch everyone use the exact same diagrams on Monday. Wow, so it was on a Monday as well. Wow, it was a Monday as well. Wow, it was a Monday as well. Wow. Cost to government. Number 4, producer revenue. Yeah, I thought so. And then consumer saving. I thought so. It's going to be slightly different. Consumer saving.
And then number 6, dead weight welfare loss. Dead weight welfare loss. Welfare loss. E. Am I tweaking it? E. Why E? A. Oh, so this is how a subsidy diagram works. That's not what I was expecting. No, there's still the third. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. So I wouldn't have been able to have drawn the subsidy diagram correctly. See, this is why you check this stuff. Drazzy's testing out. That's good. That's good. You've got someone that's testing, because that is going to make it more likely to be successful. Great success. What's it? C, and then E. No, sorry, D.
Use a subsidy to solve a given problem failure. Here is your base diagram with all the key bits on it. We need to make sure.
Though I will say though, Cake, it is just one person. You need to test it with like 10 or something like that. Though I would have to stream that. Fuck, my leg is still twisted from basically fucking it up when I'm on a run. Though I will say it's good though. 4 is the best we can get. That's all right. That's all right. That's better than 1. Dark, we don't have 10 outside streams. Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. But if 4 is okay, that's good. Obviously, if possible, try and get that number as high as possible outside of stream. That might actually be done for next stream. I'd say,
well, I'm actually quite impressed. There's actually been then good work ethic. There's been good work ethic then. Fair enough, guys. Fair enough. I remember a while back you guys said that there was quite unlikely you were going to be able to finish in time. Alright, so what I need to do is check what the actual hell is.
That we can use this diagram to show the change in price and quantity. Easy, lower price, higher quantity. The value of the subsidy per unit is the vertical distance between the two supply curves. Always the same. You see a lot of repeats to show the change in price and quantity. Easy, lower price, higher quantity. The value of the subsidy per unit is the vertical distance between the two supply curves. Always the same. You see a lot of repeats with how we work out some of these areas, just like how we work them out within indirect tax as well. The cost to the government, same as how we work out the revenue to the government within indirect tax. Go to the new equilibrium. In this case, that's over here. The vertical distance between the two supply curves, AB, that's the value of the subsidy per unit. Multiply that by all the units being produced and sold, Q2. That will give you the area of this box, CDAP2. That is the total cost.
CDAQ2.
Cost to the government and sold, Q2. That will give you the area of this box, CDAP2. That is
CDA. Hold on, I have to do that one more time.
And sold, Q2. That will give you the area of this box, CDAP2. That is the total cost.
P? Oh, P2, P2. Ah, right.
To the government of the subsidy. The producer.
Oh, CBA P2. Oh, right. Okay. CBA P2, right, that makes sense.
Producer revenue. Producers are now selling Q2 at a price of P2, fine, but CDAP2, that is the total cost to the government of the subsidy. The producer revenue. Producers are now selling Q2 at a price of P2, fine, but they're also getting the subsidy on top. So producer revenue is CBQ2 0.
CBQ20. Okay, so So I need to put CA. CAEP P1, right? And then this is going to be CA Q10. Wow, okay.
Huge producer revenue. Bear that in mind. Consumer saving. Consumers are now paying for Q1 units at a lower price. So the consumer saving is compared to paying P1 for quantity Q1. They're now paying P2 for Q1. So the saving is P2, P1, DE. That box there.
Consumer saving. Whole box. Consumer producer revenue. So revenue. Wow. Okay. Subsidy graph is pretty big.
Is now consumer saving for paying lower prices for the quantity of Q1. The deadweight welfare loss is the triangle ABD. Great to know all of that.
Okay, so it's this one. So it is indeed this one. Welfare loss. Okay. Wow. Okay. Welfare loss. Okay, right. Larry's Dungeon, let's go. Any weapon suggestions? Oh, I haven't got any. This is a small sub-project compared to, I'm assuming you're meaning compared to the whole Pale project. Well, it's good that this is at least moving. That means that there's hope for future projects. And also this project. It is best to evaluate after each paragraph rather than leave this to the end to avoid time constraints. Okay, so evaluation at the end of each paragraph. Alright, I'll trust in this. Disadvantages. Okay, right. Long-term objectives, short-term objectives. I see. Okay, I see the idea. What do I need to do? 3 to 4 main paragraphs, including a thorough evaluation. Right. So that is a lot of paragraphs. Well, that is very good to hear, Dr. Peanut. That is very good to hear.
You can apply a lot of these concepts to that market failure diagram, such as the cost of the government. That will be the key one. Fantastic, let's move on. The link between PED and total revenue is always asked by examiners. We need to know it well in theory, yes, but also using diagrams. There are lovely diagrams you can use to show this relationship. And this can also be used for lots of different parts of the course too. Know this well. The two diagrams are drawn here. Now we know, if a business knows that demand is price elastic, they should reduce their price to increase total revenue. Whereas if a business knows that demand is price inelastic, they should raise their price to increase total revenue. You want to prove both using diagrams.
Monopoly diagram, monopoly of economies of scale, oligopoly game theory. What do you mean oligopoly game theory? Monopoly economies of scale. Oh right. Q competitive, price competitive, price monopoly. Okay, I might actually go check this out. So yeah, I know. You know, actually, we're gonna look at what he.
Hi everybody. Diagrams are absolutely fundamental when it comes to writing your essays, and when it comes to paper one, there are 7 really powerful, hot diagrams that you should take note of, that you should weigh up, give an extra little bit of time towards making sure you can draw these well, but also to ensure you know how to use these well. Where can they add power to your analysis and your evaluation? Let's look at 7 very powerful micro diagrams. That you can use in your paper 1, but also your paper 3.
Alright, this video, thank you, Econ Plus Dow, you are saving me.
We're going to start with the monopoly diagram. The monopoly diagram is amazing, not just because it shows monopoly outcomes. That's the basic diagram. Looking at this, we can see monopoly price, monopoly quantity. We can also show supernormal profit if we.
Actually, you know what? Watch. I'm gonna try and do a Mr. Monopoly diagram from scratch. Let's see. Can we do it? Let's see. Right, first thing, quantity on the x-axis, quantity. On the y-axis, price, costs, revenue. Costs, revenue. Price, cost, revenue, and you're going to do, so we got our 2 lines going like this, so it's a bit different compared to our supply and demand. You're going to have your AC kind of like that. This is your average costs, and then marginal costs is like that weird-ass long shot thing. This is going to be your MC. So this is going to be your AR equals D. What would be your other one? MR? I'm assuming it's MR. Let's see, did we do it? Yep. Price, cost, revenue. MC, AC. Yep. Okay, I didn't obviously I didn't write that part. Okay, so what'd that be? Where MR makes MC? I think that's right. Oh wait, no, that's just for quantity though. That's not for price. Then you need to hit AR for price. So this one is going to be our quantity. But I need to be able to use these well. That's the problem. I'm going to need to find out how does one use these well. So we're going to watch videos on that and figure out what kind of analysis can I shove into these. And then we're going to do another practice paper hopefully tomorrow. PM, so P monopoly and QM monopoly. Dark is so in beta, but works as if it's not. Well, like in a good way, obviously. I have to look.
I've been on learning coach for over.
Like later, like not now.
Give a market fail. Hi everybody, diagrams are absolutely fundamental when it comes to writing.
Yeah, we're going to use the strategy of having 2 for the 15, 3 for the 25, and 1 for the 9. We're going to go crazy. We're going to go crazy with our diagrams. We're going to try and... Oh, if I know the diagrams well enough, the idea is I'm going to try and hopefully be able to... Like, I need to be... So, if they're at the back of my hand, I should be able to just draw. Like, drill, baby, drill kind of drawing, okay? Drill, baby, drill. Relative drawing. That's the plan. Because from what I can tell, I need to write at least 3 paragraphs. Let me see. 3 main paragraphs plus valuation. That's going to be the plan for that. And then 2 paragraphs for the 15. And, well, if we have any time, we're going to try and do 1 paragraph for the 9. Because I don't think I'm going to have enough time, realistically, for the 9.
In your essays, and when it comes to paper 1, there are 7 really powerful, hot diagrams that you should take note of, that you should weigh up, give an extra little bit of time towards making sure you can draw these well, but also to ensure you know how to use these well. Where can they add power to your analysis and your evaluation? Let's look at 7 very powerful micro diagrams that you can use in your paper 1, but also your paper 3. We're going to start with the monopoly diagram. The monopoly diagram is amazing, not just because it shows monopoly outcomes. That's the basic diagram. Looking at this, we can see monopoly price, monopoly quantity. We can also show supernormal profit if we want to, but it's so diverse. We can actually show alongside just basic monopoly outcomes and the efficiencies and inefficiencies of monopoly. We can show all of these things in red. That's how diverse this diagram is. We can show the objectives of firms as well. For example, profit max, MC equals MR, revenue max, MR is 0, sales in red. That's how diverse this diagram is. We can show the objectives of firms as well. For example, profit max, MC equals MR, revenue max, MR is 0, sales maximization, AC equals AR, even profit satisficing. Very great to show the objectives of firms. We can show the competition comparison. So we have monopoly outcomes of PM and QM. We can also compare to competitive outcomes. So we know on this diagram, competitive firms would be allocatively efficient. We know that. Allocative efficiency is where P equals MC. That takes us here. So we can show that competitive outcomes will... diagram. Competitive firms would be allocatively efficient. We know that. Allocative efficiency is where P equals MC. That takes us here.
Allocative efficiency. I may have messed up my MC slightly. Let me make that a little bit better.
So we can show that competitive...
Joseph got knocked by a netherite sword, which is a 1% chance from a gambling machine.
outcomes will
Nice
be
job.
QC and PC exact.
Efficiency equals P equals...
Allocatively efficient. We know that. Allocative efficiency is where P equals MC. That takes us...
P equals MC.
is here. So we can show...
I think your best option is leaving YouTube until you're done with school. In some regard, yes, I definitely agree. No, your point is definitely like 900% valid. It's just something like basically, okay. So if I'm, how do I put this? As an example for what I'm doing right now in the econ streams, I'm actually focusing surprisingly. I remember there was a point, I don't know what I was doing before, but I was doing something before, and that was very bad for revision. I can't remember what it was. This, like, it's actually working because I'm actually sitting down, I'm getting a revision done, but I was doing something before, I can't remember what, but it was not working at all. Though now, from what I can see, it is working, which is good, though I completely agree that especially things like, how do I describe it? You know, like the normal streams, especially since I'm in the middle of my A-levels, it would be definitely ideal to not stream, I guess you could call it recreational streams until I'm done with A-levels. What I'm debating here is this. If I manage to successfully get 6 hours of revision on Saturday, let's just say that, then I guess I could do a 2-hour Minecraft SMP stream, or maybe 3 hours at best. as like, you know, break thingy majiggy. But that's if I get my 6 hour. That is the prerequisite. I have to get my 6 hour. Because again, yeah, your normal point is completely Dark, we started as Minecraft kids. It was not supposed to go this long. That is true. That is true. That is true. The was it the lockdown experience? It's already been 5 years. It is how do we put this? It is 5 years since then. But I guess you could say you just don't want to let go just yet. That's why I'm gonna make videos, but I can't make videos until A level is done. There's a big distraction because a person, oh my god, they update game, or person B, oh my god, you see this popular thing called game. That's true. That is true. And so then I just don't do any revision. That is very true, because I know I'm talking right now, but I probably wouldn't do any revision right now. It's kind of like, this is very good if I'm tired, where I would normally just do no revision if I wasn't streaming revision. But if I'm not tired, then yes, I should be doing it off stream, which is what I'm planning to do on Saturday. It's just because I'm tired from school. So this is like a great way to force myself to do even just a small amount. Yeah, it's half a decade. I completely agree. So either we gotta, as Alfred says, we gotta evolve or die. What I mean by that is we gotta make the Minecraft streams better, or bye bye DCA. I completely agree with the idea. I mean, that's why I've been trying a variety. I know you've been trying to suggest Mana Lords. Now, in terms of a strategy game, Mana Lords is gonna be like this. I haven't played it, but I've heard people like Legends of Total War say it's good. And that means I'm going to get chronically addicted if I play it. That's why I'm unsure if it's a good idea for me to get it right now. I will probably get very chronically addicted. Like with Warhammer. And we know how that went. I was able to stop myself during GCSEs though, I'll give that. But yeah, when I'm tired like this where I would do no revision, I know I won't because I've learned that in the past. I do absolutely fuck all. Best I do is an hour. This is like already what I've done so far is like an hour 30 of work. So, but yeah, the distractions before I can't remember what it. Yeah, I think what you're saying, Alfred, is exactly what happened. But I remember I stopped doing revision streams for specifically that. But since this one's been working, maybe it's just because people just tolerate it at this point. Dark will never stop streaming as long as we are. Yeah, I think that's pretty true. That's pretty true. That's pretty much that. I started as a right-wing Nazi. Now that I think it's genuinely, now that I think is your best idea would be stop it. Mana Lords is Warhammer combat, yes, but it takes a while till you're even ready to battle. Yeah, but what I mean is like the enjoyment aspect of the game. It's like with people with Elden Ring or something like that. You just have to like put the game down when you've got the important exams coming up. Because Mana Lords is definitely that kind of game where I know I will get addicted. Chances are streams will probably decrease and eventually stop after the summer. There is a possibility. I know for the first year of uni, life is just kind of way more. How do we put it? You're allowed to. It's a lot more free. But then the second year rolls around, we'll have to see. After that is where I know it's guaranteed uncertainty, unless discipline happens where I can just continuously do things. But then I'd be like 20 plus. I'll come back when you're done with uni. I'm pretty sure you're lazy. Oh, are you talking about gap years? No, I'm actually going. I'm going. What's the white guy expression for it? Into the frying pan, out of the oven and into the frying pan. I'm going immediately to uni on the 5th of September. Yes, DCA is that kind of person. Yes, DCA is doing biochemistry. Yes, that is the same as Jeff Nippard's degree. No, I'm not taking a gap year, which is quite surprising for DCA. DCA is workforce maxing. Though I will have to say almost everyone I know is taking a gap year, so that's going to be very weird that they're going to be
apart from a few people I know, such as that person I mentioned earlier who's doing the, what's it called again, internship. They are not taking a gap year. But I say the majority of people are taking a gap year. Just a few people. I'd say it's like, I would say at best it's a 40-60 split. 40% of people are moving straight into uni, and 60% of people are taking a gap year, regardless of their thing. Whether they're forced to or not is another question, because there's a lot of people I know that did not make the grades. I can't believe DCA did make the grades. Let's see if we meet the expectations. Yes, I know it's crazy. My question is, why wouldn't you take a gap year? It's a very good question. In some regard, I'm like, I probably should have, because one, I'd get job experience. B, I'd be able to like, I get the money from job. I get to go traveling as many places as I want to. So that'd be great. I think I probably just rushed into it. Whatever the case, I don't regret my decision now at this point. There's like things I probably would have wanted to do if I did do a gap year, but too late now. Too late now. But first year of unis anyway, from what I can tell, is very light. Yeah, unless you're doing medicine, but I'm doing biochemistry, which, yes, is a difficult degree, but it's not insanity like medicine or engineering. It's not insanity. It's like the first year is advanced A-level stuff. It's not going to be like, yeah. I mean, you still can, though. Oh, I'm not sure if you can change exactly your offer when you get it like that. I think it's called a deferred entry, but that becomes more complicated. Wait, when did you get to decide the gap year? Oh, unfortunately, you had to decide that like 6 months ago, kind of thing. Though you can, I guess, delay your firm choice and... No, not even that. No, you couldn't even do that. You had to, even back in October, as soon as I got my predicted grades, which were enough to get into a Russell Group uni, I had to, you had to immediately make a decision. And so you're just like, you're told you've got to make that decision now, which is true. You had no other choice because by January, if you don't send out your UCAS application, you, one, it gets, but like you can imagine this, but then you had all the way to January. Why didn't you do that? Well, you see that, as you can imagine, if you send your application by the last minute, there might be no spaces left because there's many people like you. So DCA had to immediately send out his application as soon as possible, aka October. So that's where we are at. Yes, we are. It is essentially a, how do I describe it? Survival of the fittest. You had to immediately get that done. That's kind of retarded. No, I blame UK system. You gotta, it's survival of the fittest. Yes, they say, oh, but you can decide up until January. Nah, I think anyone that's got half a brain cell knows that the university slots will get filled up as soon as possible. So you got to make them decisions now. You get what I mean? Let me do a little bit more.
Competitive outcomes will be QC and PC, exactly what we know. Lower prices in competitive markets.
Look, then again, I don't really regret it because the first year of uni is chill enough that I could get a job anyway, and I can like, and there's holidays as well, so I can anyway do the whole traveling thing. But then there isn't the risk of me becoming like, because the thing is like a man. No, it's not really a man. What do you call it? Couch potato. So there's no longer that risk thing. But yes, UCAS applications realistically need to be sent off between basically just as soon as possible. So yeah, I had to send them immediately as soon as possible. As soon as I got my predicted, I immediately had to be like, all right, we're getting these done. And as you can imagine, unless you got a decent unless your parents are like, because you're still not an adult, unless your parents, because obviously I'm not, how do I describe it? Yeah, kind of just had to immediately do it. Like when looking back at it, I'm just like, yeah, I kind of didn't really have much of a choice, did I? Can't really take a gap year. Kind of had to just get straight into uni. So yeah. But yeah, summer is going to be, as you can imagine, Dr. Peanut, like probably the biggest push in terms of DCA channel history. We're going to see what we can do, videos, everything, because like there's no excuses. I'll have literally no responsibility, so I need to like, boom, big DCA push. Will it become a part-time job? We'll find out. By the way, do you have any facial hair growing? I had to cut off mine yesterday. I have to shave about once or twice a week. Usually, at best, it's like once a week. But it depends. If I'm going to like multiple special occasions, then I can't afford to have any kind of thing, so I just shave twice. So it really depends. Yeah. If it's like just school, I don't care as much. I'm just like, okay, fine. I'll just like grow it out a little bit, and then I shave it after 1 week. And then was it? I'm not sure if you can see it in the camera now. I mean, it's more like it's kind of already. It's just like I think this is the second day or something without shaving now. So yeah, it's not. I don't think it's very visible by the camera, but it's pretty visible there. You shave it well, dry. Oh, wet, dry. Oh. I mean, you can shave it dry if you use an electric one. I mean, I sometimes, if I'm lazy, I'll use an electric one, but the problem obviously with an electric one is it will grow back very quick. That's the negative of the electric one. Yes, you finish it very quickly, yes. Do you get the super satisfaction of an extreme clean shave? No, but it does the job pretty well and it's not that expensive. Realistically, like, you expect it to be way more, no, it's not. Probably because of economies of scale, electric shavers are actually quite cheap. But yes, if you want, how do I describe it? It basically like it takes longer for your hair to grow back in terms of shaving facial hair. Then yes, you shave it properly than using an electric razor. Well, electric. Not really an electric razor. They literally look. They're all circular electric shavers. That's kind of it. Then I guess there are probably those electric like the regular razor where it's like electric, but eh. Just went from Minecraft with kids to math. Well, I mean, look. At one point, Alfred, when I made this channel, I was 12. Now I'm 17. when I first made videos, I was 12, and I'm 17 now, which is insane. I'm getting old. Doesn't know your special, but I mean, look, hey, look, if facial hair looks great on you, then keep it. That's just the facts on the matter. Either way, let me grind out real quick.
P equals MC, that takes us here. So we can show that competitive outcomes will be QC and PC, exactly what we know. Lower prices in competitive markets, higher quantities in competitive markets. That's exactly what this diagram shows you as well.
So in competitive markets, lower prices. Oh yeah, this pen's dead, I forgot. Does this even have, is the cartridge just proper dead? Yep, it's dead. Okay, I'm just gonna throw this in the bin then. Damn, that's crazy, this black pen's already run out. Wow. Competitive markets, prices are lower. Prices lower. Quantity produced. Quantity of goods produced. Goods produced. Higher. Yeah, I'm nearly expired, Alfred. I only have a month and a bit before I'm expired. Then I'm 18. Fuck. So they, no, it doesn't have it because it's from the, skib, what, what, you mean the neck, is it neck beard? Oh, God, no, that has to be shaved, no matter what. That never looks good unless you're getting a Viking beard. But yeah, no, neck hair, what is it, neck beard? It's not even neck really, this is the neck part and this is the neck beard part. Yeah, God no. I have an economics explanation with monkeys and bananas. Go ahead.
We can also show the deadweight welfare loss of Monopoly. Now we know that it's this triangle here, I'm going to shade it in.
How could I have guessed? It looks like a triangle, it's deadweight welfare loss.
I'm going to shade in and all the way there. And that consists of the top bit, which is the deadweight welfare loss of consumer surplus, and the bottom bit, which is the deadweight welfare loss of producer surplus. So very powerful.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot of practicing, but these are the essential diagrams anyway, so I'm not too fussed. So there's MC. Where's AC? AC, yeah, no, AC still goes. So it's basically just MC. This is deadweight consumer, and this is producer surplus. Deadweight welfare loss, C equals consumer, P equals producer. There's shorts. I forgot what I'm saying before I distract you. Please. Yeah. I mean, I've done quite a bit so far, to be honest. But yeah, I do want to get through my monopolies. I basically memorized all the externality graphs, but I basically decided to go full Dutch from Red Dead. I have a plan, and it's going to be, I'm going to use 3 diagrams for my 25 markers if possible, especially section B, because I'm going to want to draw. I basically just want to get the fat 25 out of 25, or at least like 24, 23, and then with the 15, like 12, 13, and then up from there, just get as many marks as I can from the other 25 marker, and get the max marks from the 4 and the 2 marker, and then basically just get, because if I can get A or A star from this, if I get A star in paper 1, because this is the hardest paper, I'm golden. I get A star from this, literally guaranteed A star for the rest of economics. This is the hardest paper by miles. Because I got B in micro, so that confirmed it, but that's also because micro's got the most complicated diagrams, thingy majiggies. Paper 2, I got A star apparently, so wow. But the problem is I use bare bones diagrams, so that's why I'm like, huh? Paper 3, I got A, but essentially was A star because I only messed up on the multiple choice, I got 11 out of 30, but section B I got 41 out of 50, which is an insane. Yes, that's 83%. Yes, A star is 72%. So you can tell that's a fucking insane result with that. Did you hear about the new Pope being elected? Actually, I can multitask now I think about it. Yes, he is American Louis. I thought it was going to be a Chinese or black guy, because that's at least what... This is why you don't listen to Instagram Reels. They are not a good information source. They're bullshitting so hard.
If we're linking to the real issues, allocative inefficiency of monopoly, but also if we're linking monopoly power to a market failure. Yeah, I'm going to shade it in. I'm going to shade it in all the way there. And that consists of the top bit, which is the deadweight welfare loss of consumer surplus, and the bottom bit, which is the deadweight welfare loss of producer surplus. So very powerful if we're linking to the real issues, allocative inefficiency of monopoly, but also if we're linking monopoly power to a market failure. We can also show the impact of competition.
I mean, what's it? You know, like even in Chinese, well, it's just they're Asian, but I'm just gonna assume Chinese because, like, okay, I'm glad you at least understand black, but Chinese. Well, there's a lot of Chinese Christians, even though, yes, I know the CCP cracks down on it, but you probably remember the Taiping Rebellion. Yeah, there's, obviously you can imagine, because China's like, 1.4 something, basically massive billion, 100 million or slightly less than that doesn't seem like much, but if you put that over Germany, yeah, that's a lot of Christians. That is a lot.
That's a very powerful.
A lot of Catholics.
If we're linking to the real issues, allocative inefficiency of monopoly, but also if we're linking monopoly power to a market failure. We can also show the
in competitive markets,
producer surplus are very powerful if we're linking to the real issues, allocative inefficiency of monopoly, but also if we're linking monopoly power to a market failure. We can also show the impact of competition policy. Yeah, policies like privatization, like deregulation, even nationalization. We wouldn't call that a competition policy, but all the outcomes of those are to move away from monopoly.
Okay, ways to move away from monopoly power. Competition policy impact. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do a practice paper tomorrow. I'm gonna give myself probably like 2 hours and 30 because, or at least because I'm gonna try and get 3 The reason why you may be like that's stupid because your exam's 2 hours, but it's because I'm trying to on purposely get the practice in with all these new diagrams that I've learned, so that I'm not stressed or anything like that, and I get the fucking diagrams and the good points down, and I do well. And then that just means, oh, I just gotta do 1 more practice paper or something like that, and then boom, we'll hit the 2-hour mark. Yeah, you're right. Well, I guess, is it really a religion? I think there's another word for it. It's not Scientology. I get it is kind of like a religion, not a cult, because a cult is a small religion. I think there's another word for it, because it's like Buddhism kind of, but Buddhism not like Buddhism. If I had your number, I'd probably call you random moment to ask you for the test, like a random question. If I had your number, I would probably call you you call me in a random moment to ask you for the test, like a random question before the test or something. Hello there, MMPair. Welcome. Competition policy, so privatization. Wouldn't it be like also reverse, not merging, it's another way of getting rid of, splitting up a company, privatization?
Like privatization, like deregulation, even nationalization. We wouldn't call that a competition policy. But all the outcomes of those are to move away from monopoly pricing and monopoly quantity towards competitive.
Yeah, splitting a merger. These are ways to move from monopoly pricing and quantity. Yeah, Taoism, Confucian. I just call it Confucianism at this point. Buddhism. Yeah. It's like there's another word for it where there's no God. It's like, but it's not a cult because a cult is a small religion. And then I'll probably wake you up, just ask a question that might appear on the test so you memorize it. I mean, the questions are gonna be, they're gonna give me 3 choices on section B and 2 choices for section A. And realistically, they're gonna talk about price elasticity. That's like the back of my hand. I'm trying to get better at markets and competitive markets, so then I can also do well in that. But yeah, so it's about markets and market failure, essentially, which is technically a very vague term of 8 different topics, but you don't have to worry about that. I know mostly what I'm doing now. I just need to now soon just do practice papers, because literally all I have to do is raise diagrams down, explain what they're doing, then add some behavioral economic analysis and show why traditional economic theory is flawed in terms of its many different assumptions of perfect rationality, perfect information, and how in reality people are not rational and suffer from asymmetric, imperfect information and irrational decisions, and that aren't in their best interest for maximizing utility, etc., etc., etc. That stuff, so don't worry. The CCP does say they have Buddhism and so forth, but trust me, they don't practice that shit at most even religious positions are given out. Views of the monks not even being monks. Oh well, I mean they need to how do I say this? I'm going to say an EU4 reference. Culture convert Tibet.
Pricing towards competitive.
After I'm done with this diagram, I'm probably going to end the stream, but I'm pretty happy with myself because I've done more revision than I would have if I didn't stream. But yeah, under normal circumstances, I wouldn't be bothered. Study or sleep? Definitely sleep. Every single time, sleep will win out every single time, because if you can't sleep, you're not going to remember or write down anything anyway. That is just confirmed, guaranteed thingamajig. So there's a 1 hour 30 break. Split that between 8 times. So that's 15-minute breaks each, I think. 15. That's 2 plus 4, or maybe not. Slightly less. 12, 13. Watch the monkey economic show, because 10 minutes is like 9 times. No. Yeah, 9 times. Watch the monkey economic shorts. I'll probably be getting them on in my recommended now because of this. But yeah.
Quantity, the socially optimum level, allocatively efficient levels, the public interest. So you would show that simply with arrows, so moving from PN to PC and QM to QC, lower prices and higher quantities. We can also show contestable market outcomes on here. We know in a contestable market, this monopolist would move to producing where AC equals AR. You can show the lower prices and higher quantities to show contestable market outcomes on here. We know in a contestable market, this monopolist would move to producing where AC equals AR. You can show the lower prices and higher.
AC equals AR. So that's a contestable market. Testable market.
Quantities. As a result, there are gains in consumer surplus too. But we can also show the impact of a monopoly price cap. So this is monopoly regulation, the price cap, maximum price that a regulator might set on a monopolist. Where would that price cap go? It would go at PC, right? So maximum price at PC, that's the allocatively efficient price. So you would show that simply by putting a maximum price there, call it the price cap, right? Or the maximum price. And the impact of that will be, again, your lower prices and your higher quantities. How amazing is this? And with that, the gaining consumer surplus. Incredible diagram, not just in its simple form.
Monopoly price cap. Finished at this point in terms of being playable. I mean, I'd just say instead of, I'd say just keep doing what you're doing, Cake, and then try and make it not just playable, but like extremely smooth. Make it as smooth as possible. If you make it a very good experience, people will want more of the type of stuff like this. That's what you want to try and do. Either way, alright. It will take like 5 minutes. Oh, now that.
Basic form, but also with all of these.
Now that sounds great. This is just fucking gone. It's like, that sounds great. What was it? Oh, my brain's dying. Sorry. Sorry, let me just. Alright, guys. Alright, sorry, everyone. Alright, I'm back. Like, in terms of like, my brain is back in that regard. Alright, either way, basically, thank you guys for stopping by. I've done actually quite a bit of work. I've done quite a few pages of work, which I would have done none today. So thank you guys for stopping by. Tomorrow, I might do another revision stream. I'm not sure because I'm still got another school day. So I'm going to do revision on my own in the morning anyway. And then I'm going to essentially grind out then, and then on Saturday I'm going to do a lot more revision on my own. And then if I do a stream, that would indicate that I've actually hit my targeted hours and stuff. Otherwise, nah. I always find it funny. Everyone was making fun of your headline when they had something similar. Oh, did you find some frauds? Oh dear. Now that is something embarrassing. Don't let that happen to anyone. Don't let that happen to you guys if you get found out. Oh dear. Yeah, no, that's pretty embarrassing. That's pretty embarrassing. Who did you manage to catch caught lacking? Or at least I can imagine you're thinking that there is likely people who are frauds, which is fair. There definitely are. What's this? Boost the clock time. Collect resources 10 times and faster for 30 minutes. Oh, don't mind if I do. What could I even build? I'm trying to think. 43 minutes. Now we're talking. Let me do some math here. So 43 times 10. So I'm just doing my Clash Royale thing because I'm basically done. Myself. Oh, you caught yourself. No, there's definitely other people. I just don't care. 43 times 10. and then I'll just divide it by 60. So 430, 430 divided by 60. So essentially, I can save 7 hours worth of time. Wow. Okay. We for real? We for real? Oh, that's 2 hours. What the fuck? This kind of takes a while to upgrade. Anyway, thank you guys for stopping by. Glad you at least. Well, look. Remember, Alfred. The first step is awareness. Remember that. The first step is awareness. That is true. 0 to the power of 0 is 1. Well, I guess anything to the power of 0 is 1. That is true. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by, and I shall see you guys in the next Skibbity stream. Bye-bye.